Vanishing Point, a novel by Keith A. Kenel, 48 of 101. Part 48. I think you need a drink, Suzanne told Carla, holding the young woman's hand. No, I'm fine. You're definitely not fine, Stacy said. I'm so sorry. Yes, Suzanne agreed. So am I. But what are we going to do? A tall, thin, slightly pockmarked young man with a long ginger beard bearing plates, silverware, napkins, and 3 dishes of buffalo cauliflower slid into the table next to Stacy. Hey, Stacy declared, offering him her cheek. How are ya? Great, he said, bussing her and placing the cauliflower in front of each of the women. Busy, but great. How's your head? Great to see you. Hey, he continued, somehow the kitchen made 3 instead of 2, so I brought out all 3. I'm Sean, he added, offering his now empty hand to Suzanne. Suzanne, Sean, Suzanne, Stacy intoned as the two shook. And I'm Carla, the diminutive blonde said, taking Sean's offered hand. Ladies, Sean said, smiling and nodding. They did they? Stacy responded, head tilted to the side and right cheek drawn up in a smirk. You'd better tell somebody to keep an eye on those guys. And are we talking my head? You're the one who had too much to drink. Me? Never. I know just the guy to do it. And speaking of drinks, what are you having? He asked, nodding to Stacy. Another West Coast. Steph suggested it. Sip? Please, he said with a nod and quick drink. Great choice. Good beer. Well, duty calls. Great to see you, Stacy. Thanks for the beer. Ladies, he added with a laugh, disappearing into the kitchen. I take it that would be the Sean half of Steven Tyler, Suzanne asked. Cute and personable. Yeah, Stacy replied, nodding her head. Nice neighbors. He had a 25th birthday bash last week. Suzanne smiled, then asked, Carla, why don't you have a drink? No, thanks. I'm fine with just my water. Suzanne frowned at Carla, turned her head towards Stacy and said, I think someone's not being very hospitable. My guess is that this someone's worried about the bill. Stacy, who's paying for my drinks today? Stacy pulled her head back in surprise before smiling and saying, Why, I am, aren't I, Suzanne? Yes, you certainly are. And since you're paying for drinks, I think it would be rude of me not to reciprocate and pay for hors d'oeuvres, no? Especially since your fawning neighbor who is sweet on you provided us with 3 for the price of 2. That's certainly what my mother taught me, Stacy replied with a nod. And especially so now, as you said. And furthermore, Suzanne continued, isn't it customary to bring gifts of food and drink to those in times of need? Absolutely. Then Carla here should eat with us and allow you to buy her a drink, shouldn't she? She should. No, I just can't. I mean, look what you're doing already. Water's fine. Nonsense, Suzanne declared, catching Lauren's eye and twitching her index finger in pantomime request for the server's presence. Lauren nodded, held up her index finger, and came to the table immediately following. How is everything? Sean brought the cauliflower, I see. Is it good? Delicious, Suzanne replied, not having tasted it. Would you be so kind as to bring Carla here a drink? She could use one. Absolutely. Carla? Carla exhaled, shook her head, fished her ID from her front pants pocket, and then smiled. Youngling, please, she said, shaking her head and passing the ID to Lauren. Lauren glanced at the ID, smiled, handed it back, nodded, and declared, One youngling, right away.